right, y'all. We are back. It's your boy Prince Hakeem, and this is Famous Radio. We're going to head over to the phone lines real quick and take a call. Let's go to line one. Hey, yo, caller, you on Famous Radio. What's good?
How you doing, Prince?
I'm good. Who I'm talking to?
This is Erica.
Erica, how you doing? What can I do for you?
I'm having a problem. My boyfriend doesn't find me attractive anymore, so I'm trying to figure out what can I do so that he looks at me like I'm sexy again.
Okay, so I see your problem. I'm going to help you out with that. What I need you to do is put on that sexy lingerie he likes so much. And as soon as he come in the door, I want you to... All right, y'all. Now, y'all know it's Freaky Friday, and I have a special guest in the building with me right now. I'm like really, really excited. Y'all have no idea. You know, I try to play it cool sometimes, but this guy right here is beyond one of the people I wanted to meet. Once I heard he was going to be on the show, I knew it was going to be a great time. We have the CEO. Mr. Torrey Russell in the building. What's good, man?
Hey, man. Good. I'm honored and blessed to be here with you all.
Hey, man. I'm glad that you decided to come over and bless us with your presence.
Whatever.
The entry was great, man. Like, seriously.
You like that, huh?
Yeah, coming down from the ceiling like
Man.
Mission Impossible. That was crazy.
Well, you got to do it big. That's,
Who does that?
Did you see the pyro, the fireworks that went off when I walked through the door?
Look, what got me was the helicopter.
Man, you got to do
When
it.
the helicopter dropped you off on the roof.
Those things happen, man. You know, it costs a pretty penny, but you got to travel in style nowadays. Who needs 2 Hummers?
It's the who needs it? But you showed up with 2. So hey man, I want to say thank you once again for coming in and actually talking with us, and so we can get to know a little bit more about you in depth and find out about all the great things you're doing right now. First off, introduce yourself to the people on Famous Radio Live. For those who may not heard of you, I don't know where they've been, but for the people that already know, they pretty much got the gist of it. Maybe they don't know everything you've been doing. I got the exclusive before we got on. So go ahead and introduce yourself. Let everybody know where you're from.
Most def. Well, like Prince Hakeem said, my name is Torrey Russell. I was born and raised in the Hampton Roads area in Norfolk, Virginia, Chesterfield Heights, Grandy Park area. Yeah.
Okay.
And I started out working in entertainment as really, really young. I started off working when I was 16 over at Chrysler Hall, which is one of the largest theaters here in Virginia.
Right.
And I worked for the company that produced Broadway shows like Lion King and Phantom of the Opera and Les Mis and all of those major shows. So I was blessed at a young age to be exposed to and to have an opportunity to, really find my love and my passion. I started in junior high school. I went to a production over at Lake Taylor High School. The Norfolk Public Schools Performing Arts Repertory Company was doing a production of Guys and Dolls. And I literally went back to my middle school teacher and my principal and was like, I want to do this. This is what I want to do with my life. And they were like, dude, you're making all F's. You might want to act like you failing out, fool. And so they said, well, if you will promise that you can at least make C's, then we'll let you walk every day from the middle school to the high school. So I became the first junior high school student to attend the Performing Arts Repertory, high school for performing arts. And so that's how I got inspired really to in theater and in the arts, and it really just gained a family from everybody there. My background at home was a little shady, a little interesting, grew up with not very much. And there I was able to hone my craft, really learn how to sing and dance and perform, but not just that, how to run sound and how to run lights and how to move sets and how to scrub floors and whatever it takes. Yeah. And so I was really, really blessed to do that, and went from there. Like I said, at 16, started working for the Chrysler Hall, the people who produced Tyler Perry shows, David Talbert shows, Shelley Garrett shows.
Right.
And just learned so much. So that was kind of the beginning of my entertainment career start. So that's how that kind of happened.
That was early.
Yeah.
That's really,
it was a blessing.
I want you to understand something, okay? All right? This is real, Okay? When you can start that young and actually just continue down that path, man, that's amazing and inspiring to me. And I hope it inspires others. You know, you're never too young and never too old to start on your dream. And that's a really big inspiration. Now, currently now, we're going to do currently right now. You've been doing some great things.
Yeah.
You had the opportunity to work with some great people, I understand.
Yeah.
Gladys Knight.
Yeah, Miss Gladys.
What up, Gladys?
What up?
Tyler Perry. I'm sorry, Miss Knight. I can't say Gladys. I don't know. Like, she gonna cut me.
Exactly.
If she see me in person, she probably punch me in the throat.
She's
don't call
cool.
me Gladys.
No. She's mad cool. Trust me.
But and Mr. Tyler Perry.
Mr. Perry, most definitely.
And how did you and Mr. Perry cross paths?
Well, like I said, working for the company that produced the shows, they as well produced his shows.
Right.
And I actually met him right as he was getting to become famous, as he was moving towards quote unquote fame. And I was always behind the scenes and I was always around, and he'd always see me doing my thing and working hard and really just learning everything that I could. And, you know, he says, you know what, one day I'm going to hire you, you know, I'm going to hook you up one day. And
Wow.
he was not really famous at that time.
Right.
And so I moved to Las Vegas. In between, a lot of wonderful things happened in between. But I moved to Las Vegas, and while I lived in Las Vegas, I was the stage manager for the BET Awards and the Grammys and the Oscars and blah, 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 blah. Just a lot of different things, just blessed. And during one particular show, I think it was the BET Awards, one of the people came up to me and was like, oh my God, Tyler Perry wants to see you. He wants to talk to you. I said, okay, tell him I'll be right there.
Yes.
And they were like, what?
Yeah.
How are you going to say that to Tyler Perry?
Yeah.
Whatever. Anyway, he
I'll
ended
be
up.
in a minute.
Right. Yeah.
Hey, Tyler. Be here in a minute, dog.
He ended up coming over to me and letting me know. He says, you know, I got a small project I'm going to want you to work on in a
Wow.
few months. And I said, oh, okay, great. And I continued doing what I was doing. And after that happened, probably about 3 months later, I got a phone call from his assistant at the time. And they flew me out to Atlanta, and I, along with a small team, helped to plan the opening of the first African-American television and movie studio, Tyler Perry Studios, and
Wow.
worked with him as his executive assistant for years, and was truly blessed to learn so much from this man who really started with nothing and has built an amazing empire. He is a wonderful mentor slash, you know, I mean, just really learning from somebody that has done it and is there. And so that was truly a blessing. Yeah.
Wow. I mean, to be along somebody like that, he's a giant, you know, in the field. And to be able to pick his brain at times.
Oh, yeah.
It had to be amazing. I'm going to have to pick your brain. It's probably the closest I get to Mr. Perry. Unless you're going to pick me up.
There you go.
I had to put the plug in there.
Definitely.
Hey, man, I could be, you know, he has a lot of light-skinned brothers in his movies, too.
Oh, yeah.
So I can be in the movie.
Are you light-skinned?
Man, I'm beyond light-skinned.
Okay, I was going to say, aren't you red?
You pretty much, I'm past the point of being light, almost transparent. But the thing is, I can be the cool light-skinned brother, or I can be the crazy light-skinned brother. He always had the crazy ones in there.
I see. That's because most light-skinned brothers are crazy.
A little bit. I'll take that.
Nah, it's not good. It's
But
not good.
that's awesome, man. That's very awesome that you're able to work with him. And how did you and Miss Gladys Knight cross paths like that?
Wow. We've crossed paths several times. Most recently, I directed The Color Purple in Las Vegas with my organization, which we'll get into, I'm sure. Broadway in the Hood. I directed the show there in Vegas. And probably 10 years ago, I saw Miss Knight perform in Vegas at a show. And I fell in love with the performance. But when her brother, Bubba Knight, Mr. Bubba came out, an original Pip came out, I was just in awe. I said, my God, I love Miss Gladys, but I really want to work with this guy, his energy, his dedication to his craft. And so when I decided I was going to do The Color Purple, the organization was going to do The Color Purple, I prayed real hard, and I asked God to please allow us to have Mr. Bubba come in and play a role. And he played the role of Old Mister in the show.
What?
And he taught our young people just you know, he wasn't a person to stand up and preach at all. Like, he never really said anything at rehearsal.
Right.
He sat constantly with the script. He was in it 100%. He was such the consummate professional that just being in the room with him taught, and them watching taught them so much, taught us
Right.
so very much. And we were blessed because on closing night of The Color Purple, Miss Gladys had been on a long trip, and she came in and she said, I've seen this show 6 times throughout the country, and never have I enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed this production. She enjoyed it, the story, the music, everything about it she was able to really relate to. And so with that being said, we've become extremely close ever since then. And just an honor to look at my cell phone, and on the other end is, 8-9-time Grammy Award winner Miss Gladys Knight. It's like, it's surreal.
Yeah.
It really is surreal. And just hearing her laugh and knowing that my grandmother was a huge fan of Miss Gladys, and my mother a huge fan of Miss Gladys, and so many people around. She is a legend. She is a diva. She is what music is and has become, and she's paved the way for so many young artists nowadays. Right. So
you're absolutely right. One day, Gladys, call me. I just want to say, all I want Gladys to do is call me and say, hey, Prince Hakeem, I just wanted to call and see how you doing. I'll probably melt.
She go, hey, sugar, how you doing, Prince Hakeem?
That's your sound? And then I know it'll be her, because I know you won't. It won't be an imposter. I will probably just first of all, I probably won't say anything. Okay? One tear. Just one will probably come down.
Dramatic.
And I just melt where I'm at. Yeah.
Beautiful. And now, I don't know if you've seen the pictures of her lately.
Yeah, she's beautiful.
Or seen her on TV lately. Miss Gladys, she's lost amazing weight. she looks so great. And her energy and her personality, everything about her is just beyond beautiful. So
man, see, you can't beat that, man. Legends.
Yeah.
Legends. Now, you also have worked with somebody that we know that is a very, very big influence in the R&B world, Miss Kelly Price.
Oh, yeah. Miss Kelly. Kelly Price is just priceless. She really, really is. We're in 11 minutes into the interview, and we haven't talked about the organization yet.
We're going to get into that. We're going to get into that in just a second.
Kelly Price.
I just want to bring her up.
I can't talk about Kelly without talking about the organization.
Right. Okay.
So, but I got you. She, Miss Price. I was directing a benefit for Haiti in Atlanta. They called me in to direct a benefit with a bunch of different celebrities, Toni Braxton and SWV, and just a whole bunch of different artists. And during the actual production itself, I had some of my cast members from Broadway in the Hood there with me. And she was just like, wow, this team is so professional. Everybody's just so great, and everything was on it. And I started talking to her just for a couple of seconds about the organization. Hey, I got this organization, Broadway in the Hood. We produce shows, blah, 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 blah. And she went and did research and just kind of really became our mascot. We absolutely, she's always around. She's teaching the kids music. She's helping them just in so many different ways to get, information on royalties and on getting their music played and getting their music heard. And just on so many different levels, including spiritual. We took a trip to LA. We were working on a show in LA with the kids and stopped by her church and just had a churchin' good time. Shep Crawford, I don't know if you know the producer. Shep Crawford is her pastor and is an amazing preacher, pastor, man of God. Experienced Christian Ministries is off the chain. That's his church. It is awesome and real. Real. You don't get, this fluff. You get real deal.
Absolutely.
So.
Absolutely. Well, I brought it up because I was going to segue right into your organization. Because, no, honestly, this is the thing. I was basically saying that she is a big supporter, as you said, of your organization. Yes. So tell us a little bit more about this organization, because I did my research.
Okay.
I know what you do for the community and your kind of your mission, but I want you to tell us about the name of the organization and exactly what you guys do.
Most definitely. The organization is A Source of Joy Theatricals, is our nonprofit organization, and we do what's called Broadway in the Hood. That's one of the subsidiaries of A Source of Joy Theatricals. We have a culinary department. We have many, many different departments, but the major one that's getting the attention and that's going on right now is Broadway in the Hood. 3.5 years ago, myself and the co-founder, Preston Coghill, sitting at the dinner table talking, and he is a master chef. He's a florist. He's done a lot in the business there in Vegas and throughout the country. And he says, we really just need to do something for people, for everyday people. And, I've been blessed to do Broadway across America, Broadway Under the Stars, Broadway at the Aladdin Hotel and Casino, and just all of these professional productions where people don't get the opportunity, who don't have the money. They can't afford it. And growing up in Chesterfield Heights, it was like, we can't afford to go see a show. We got to pay the light bill. We got to put food on the table. So we came up with Broadway in the Hood, which is, our mission is to build full-scale Broadway musicals in underserved communities throughout the country. So we go into the community. We're usually there for about 2.5 months. We cast, we build, we produce, we teach lighting, sound, everything involved in building a full-scale production to people who may not ever have that opportunity.
Right.
And then people like Kelly Price and Gladys Knight and those people come in and say, hey, let me show you how I do this, or how we do this, or how this happens and how that happens. And they get to see that, wow, these people actually care.
Right.
They don't just get on TV talking bull crap saying, oh, fluff, 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 fluff. They're really here. They're really hands-on. And so that's our mission. That's what we do.
Wow. That's awesome. And a lot of these communities probably would never have the chance to be involved in something like this if you don't step out and present it to the community. And I want to commend you on that, because that's very important to give, hope in a sense to a community. Because sometimes people feel like, I'll give you an example. Me growing up here, I'm from Hampton.
Oh, okay.
We didn't have anybody to come to the school or come to the community and say, hey, let me show you something different.
Right.
Right. Let me expand your mind past just these few streets and the things that you can do. Now, the reason that you actually feel so passionate and actually are involved in this organization, is it because of how you started as a youngin'?
Oh, most definitely. Most definitely. Had I not gone through the things that I went through as a kid and growing up, I believe that my focus would be different, or even, I wouldn't be here. I know for a fact, had it not been for Connie Highmarsh and my performing arts repertory family, who really took me in when, at times we didn't have hot water, at times we didn't have soap. I mean, at times we didn't have food, but they, I would go to the theater and I know that I was funky. Yes, I said it. I know that I had an odor problem, but they would take me to the back and say, here's some soap, or, here's a few dollars to get some food, or, your pants are really, really bad, or whatever it is. And instead of calling me out and making me feel bad or feel uncomfortable, which happened daily at school with other people, they took me in under their wing. And our organization has former drug dealers and former prostitutes and present prostitutes and present drug dealers and gangbangers and people who are real people who have amazing talent but just need an opportunity. Accessibility is so important, to be able to, people go, well, we put on things, or we put on plays, or we put on this, or we try to do this in a community and we try to do that. But when you're charging $30, $40 a ticket or even more, unfortunately, people can't necessarily afford that. And yet people say, well, people, they'll go spend $50 to get their hair done, or $100 on a pair of tennis shoes. Well, if that's where their comfort zone lies, and if that is their security blanket, then so be it. We make it so that everybody can come, and that when you walk through the door, which we've had, obviously homeless people and people who come in, we're not going to judge you. We're not going to say, you're a gangbanger, you can't be here. We're not going to say, you look like a prostitute, why are you here? Or what do we're going to bring you in and say, you know what, you are where you are now, but who knows where you can be tomorrow.
Absolutely.
I'm presently blessed to be the tour manager for Dr. Maya Angelou, and just being able to sit at her feet so often and learn so much, and to be able to see what a true human being is, meaning I'm not judging you because of what you do or who you love or the color of your skin or the language that you speak, but really understanding that we are all human beings. At the end of the day, every one of us, we're all different.
Right.
But we have to learn to accept each other's differences and not only coexist, but learn how to love people in spite of. Because if God judged us on everything that we did, or you know, then we would have a major issue.
Yeah. Know? I think half of us wouldn't be going to where we want
half.
to go.
Half.
More than half.
Right. Try 95%, 98%. But
try me.
Right.
But I know he loves me. He's working.
That's it.
Okay.
On every single person. That's the thing, you know?
Yeah.
That's the thing. And to think that Dr. Angelo sat with the kids, and I call them kids, but our organization ranged from 7 to 70. Our oldest cast member is 70.
Wow.
And to think that she sat in front of them and said, you know, she used to be a prostitute. Mm-hmm. And most people don't know that.
I did not know that.
Dr. Maya Angelou used to be a prostitute.
Yeah.
And that she did some things when she was young.
Right.
But she knew how to stand up, hence the Still I Rise, you know, regardless of those things.
Right.
To stand in the White House and to receive the Presidential Medal of Freedom, or to stand, you know, at the Capitol building and repeat a poem in honor of the president being inaugurated, or all of these honors and doctorates and different things that she's been blessed with. But she had to go through what she had to go through back then when she was younger in order to become who she is now.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. See, people don't understand that some of the greatest people that we know of and admire and look up to, they're people just like us, and they've been through things. Some of the preachers that we've been pimps.
Oh yeah.
Drug dealers.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's been but that's not who they are. It's what they did.
Right.
And you know, that's very, very powerful, man.
It's not where you come from.
Yeah.
It's where you're going.
Absolutely.
And we all are on a journey of some sort, and we all will have different stops in that journey, in this thing called life. But it's how we handle those.
Yeah.
You can choose to, and it is a choice. I firmly believe it is a choice. You can choose to stay where you are, or try your damnedest to get up and get out and dust yourself off and move ahead. And that's what I was blessed to do. I was blessed to have somebody in my life that said, you know what, I can teach you how to speak a little decent English, and you know, pull your pants up and make sure that you know, greet people and shake their hands firmly and look them in the eye. Just those little lessons we need to learn to listen to. God puts, I call them rainbows. God puts people in our lives and angels in our lives who are meant to make such a difference in our lives, but we have to open our minds enough to accept what it is that they're saying and understand that just because I tell you to pull your pants up, I'm not trying to offend you.
Right.
I'm actually trying to say the police is standing right across the street and they're going to pull you over.
Yeah.
Pull you over and just because you have your pants sagging, or just because you're doing this or you're doing the other. So.
Absolutely. I mean, and that's important that some people don't have people that care that much.
They do.
And
they do. There is somebody.
Yeah, some do, but some don't. And even if you do, take a moment to stop and tell somebody, listen, I'm not judging you, but doesn't mean the rest of the world's not judging you. You can limit yourself from opportunities just because you're not taking pride in who you are. I'm pretty sure when you bought those jeans, the instructions didn't say, don't wear them on your waist. You know what I'm saying? And some people do it just to fit in, and that's just the style or whatever. But there's people that don't understand that, and they're judging you before they even get to know who you are. So.
I agree. I believe that everybody has people in their life, that there is somebody in some way, shape, or it can be the person at the barbershop. It could be that person that you're passing every day on the street that's there to try to help you. It's whether they acknowledge that or not. And that's the key. You have to seize every single moment, every single opportunity, because you never know if it's going to come back around again.
Absolutely.
And that's you know, that's kind of what Broadway in the Hood does with so many people throughout the country. We have over 300 young people, and I say young, but again, they range from 7 to 70 throughout the country that are Broadway in the Hood cast members and crew members, and they're they're now going on to stage manage the BET Awards. Some of them work for MTV
Wow.
now. Some of them are in magazines, former prostitutes that are in
Wow.
legitimate magazines now. Some got full scholarships to go to Alvin Ailey Dance Theater of Harlem
Wow.
and different things. And as a matter of fact, we were truly blessed earlier this year. One of our little ones that I cast about 2.5 years ago, she came up to me and asked me if she could sing for me. So she sung "You Are So Beautiful" to me, little squeaky mousy voice, and we worked with her and worked with her and worked with her. And after our last production, she got a call from Disney, and now she's starring on Broadway as young Nala
What?
in The Lion King. Congratulations, Teshi!
What?
Shout out to Teshi and to
Congratulations,
Miss
man.
Yvonne.
What?
Truly, 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 just so proud of her. And again, she works. I mean, even in Broadway in the Hood, there was never a moment. I mean, I screamed at her, of course, but there was never a moment where she wanted to give up. She knew that she was destined to do something. We could have never thought 2.5 years ago
Yeah.
that she'd be on Broadway today,
Yeah.
but she kept going.
Yeah.
And as long as you keep going in whatever it is that your dream or your passion is, eventually God will bring it to fruition.
Wow. That's powerful, man. Powerful. Making stars.
No.
Well, that's beautiful. Now, you're doing something here in the 757 really
Yes.
soon, right?
Yes,
Can-
yes,
can,
yes.
Can you let us know what's going on with that?
Most definitely. We are so excited to, first off, be launching Broadway in the Hood right here in the Hampton Roads area. We will be producing the major hit Broadway musical, The Color Purple.
Yes.
Here in the Tidewater area. We're excited to have the show October 18th, 19th, and 20th over at Willett Hall. Willett Hall seats 2,000 people. We're doing 4 shows. So that's an opportunity for 8,000 people to see the Broadway musical, The Color
Yes.
Purple.
And some of y'all need to see it twice.
Free and open to the public. I tell you, that is my dream. That is my goal and is our goal. The organization's goal is to really be able to do this. And even though the show is free and open to the public, it's going to cost about $45,000
Yeah.
to produce. And
Wow.
so we're really reaching out to the community, meaning those with and the churches and the pastors and community organizations and different things to please donate, help and support and help
Yeah.
us to be able to make this happen. There are daily deposits that need to be made and musical instruments and all kinds of different things that have to take place. Our sets, our costumes, our lighting. And the only way that we can do this is through financial support and donations.
Right.
So, yeah.
That's beautiful. So if y'all listening, and I know you are, we're going to let you know in just a little bit how you can actually give your donations to this great organization. And also, we'll actually get with you so we can get some information. So we can put it on our website. You can go to the website and get the information on how you can actually donate too, man. So that's beautiful. Right here in your backyard, in the 757 area, you can actually experience The Color Purple, everything you do. Okay? You told Hoppo to beat me? That's my favorite part right there.
That's everybody's
Okay.
favorite part. Trust me. I don't think there's a black person in the country that
Yeah.
can't finish that line.
That is my part right there, man. So, Bubba Knight, will he be in this production?
Miss Gladys and Mr. Bubba are on the road, on tour, and she's taping 2 television shows.
Ah.
So Mr. Bubba will not be in this production, but
Okay.
we do have some amazing guest artists that will be coming in to work with our local entertainers, as well as amazing local entertainers.
Yeah.
We just held auditions this past weekend, cast some amazing talent from the Hampton Roads area. We're so blessed to have Doc Christian as one of our
Nice.
one of our cast members. Doc from all of the radio stations and all of that great stuff. He'll be playing the role of Paul, as well as Lucretia Campbell, Grammy Award winning gospel singer, will be playing and will be in the show, as well as a lot of other different performers. I haven't announced the cast list yet. That's actually something we'd like to do that make it exciting, and
Yeah.
the media's there and all of that great stuff. So, but I will say this: we are so blessed to have reprising the role of Celie will be a young lady by the name of Tiana Lewis, who actually won Performer of the Year for Las Vegas.
Wow.
In the role of Celie when we did the production there. She received so many accolades from just a young lady from the hood. I mean,
Yeah.
who
Well, Silly is actually from the hood. If you watch the movie, Silly's from the she's from the hood.
Yeah, she is
never
really,
do her
really,
hair,
really,
but she does everybody else's hair. Like, yeah.
Right. And you know, The Color Purple is the perfect show to really show racial diversity and how we can overcome that, and dealing with molestation and incest and all of those things that happen. But how do you overcome those things?
Right.
And you know, The Color Purple, the music was actually done by Brenda Russell, who wonderful writer, composer, as well as Allie Willis, who wrote September and some other songs for Earth, Wind, and Fire. It is really, really 2.5 hours of pure power and passion.
Wow.
And this production, the energy, it's going to be choreographed. A gentleman named Avery Walker. Sherrod Brown is our musical director, right here, local gentleman who is known for doing some amazing things with music. So
nice.
We're just excited. I just feels great to be home. It feels great to be here on, you know, Famous Radio with you.
Yes.
Doing it. You know, shout out to Miss Keys over there.
Yes.
Doing it big.
She's doing it big. She's still working.
My girl Rebecca, I call her Rebecca Gaines. I don't even know your new name.
Beck G is the new name.
Beck G.
Beck G. She gets it done. You understand me?
Interesting. Yeah, most definitely. What are you over there watching? Have you seen So You Think You Can Dance? Do you watch that at all?
I feel like I just got thrown into that.
You did just get thrown into it. You can't be watching stuff on the computer and don't think people ain't gonna watch what you're doing.
The Gentleman Function. Did I pronounce it right? I always pronounce it. Duchamp is his name. One of the top 8 is a Broadway in the Hood cast member.
What?
Started in Las Vegas.
Right here.
In Vegas, actually.
Well, I'm saying
Vegas.
like with you. I'm saying with you.
Broadway in the Hood cast member.
Yeah. We're not in Vegas. This is
wonderful, wonderful gentleman. And, you know, just so proud. I mean, so much.
Yeah.
We have 2 young ladies that are now on tour with Miss Gladys singing back up for her.
Beautiful.
And, you know, just growing and learning and taking it all in. And so that's what it's about.
Well, man, I'm going to tell you like this. This has been exciting to actually find out all this information. And the great things you've done, I know you touched a lot of people's lives and you will continue doing that. I personally want to say thank you. You know,
Thank you.
Even considering coming back to community, which I knew you was already planning to do regardless. But, you know, bringing this across the country, we need to continue supporting this. Everybody that's listening, I want you to understand this is not just a local fan base on Famous Radio Live. We are internationally and, you know, all over the globe, all over the country. So if you're in a state where they will be at, I need you to attend and I need you to donate. Can you let people know how they can donate and where they can go to actually give their donation?
Most definitely. For more information and to donate or to find more information out about where we're going to be and what we're doing, you can actually reach us at www.broadwayinthehood.org, broadwayinthehood.org, or you can actually email us directly. We love getting emails, and you can email us this month at The Color Purple Las Vegas. For more information, you can reach us at www.broadwayinthehood.org, or you can email us at thecolorpurplelv. Shoot, I did it again. I'm so used to Vegas. For more information, you can reach us online at www.broadwayinthehood.org, or you can reach us via email at broadwayinthehood@yahoo.com. You can email us there as well.
There you go. And y'all can actually go to our website. We will actually put the link for their website on ours. If you just want to click on there and go directly to where you need to go to contact this nice gentleman here, you can always go to our website at www.famous-radio.com. I want to say once again, thank you, brother.
Thank you, Prince Hakeem.
Pleasure.
I mean, congratulations on everything that you're doing here on, you know, Famous Radio Live. It is something that is a blessing to so many people and will be even bigger and better. You have to claim it. You have to believe it. Absolutely. And you have to know that what's meant for you is meant for you, and you can't let anybody hate on you.
Thank you,
in
Jesus.
spite of everything that people say and try to do. You so silly. Say and try to do. You have to stand strong and know that this is where you're supposed to be at this moment.
Thank you, brother.
And it only gets better.
I believe that, man. God's been great, man, and I can't complain. And, you know, once again, thank you, brother. Thank you. We will continue supporting you. I will be at 4 of those shows. Hey, listen here. He said it was free. Listen, that means go every day. Some of y'all haven't even seen the whole movie Color Purple, so to see it live, you need to take this in 4 times. Okay? 4 times. And before you leave, drop something in the collection plate.
I know that's right. There will be one.
I will be circulating the collection plate around for this man right here. You understand me? And I will be standing there with the white gloves on. I always wonder what the white gloves was for. Was it if you didn't give anything and smack you with the gloves?
It's for purity. I guess.
Oh,
I don't know. I have no clue.
All wrong.
Yeah, no.
I thought it was like lead gloves. So if you didn't give anything, they just smack you with it.
Got you. Knock you out. Keep moving.
Yeah, I thought that was what it was. Maybe I was wrong. Who knows? All right, y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in to Famous Radio Live. Y'all keep it locked right here. Don't go nowhere. You know what it is. Prince I King. Thank you, brother.
Thank you.
All right.